Hello Andrea, just looking through your campaign. I've set the date up here to look at the whole time your campaign was running. I can see there was only one ad group running for Bedford solicitors, and within that ad group it had a lot of different keywords, and it's almost impossible to make a campaign work when you've got that many different keywords within a group. What I would have done was have just solicitors Bedford and these three terms up here in this group, then had a separate ad group for business contract solicitors, a separate ad group for employment solicitors, a separate ad group for commercial law firm Bedford, etc. So you've got very small groups with no more than probably 4 to 6 keywords in each group, because what happens when you have a very wide group is you get a different click-through rate, because if someone's typing in employment solicitor and only seeing Bedford solicitor, that's not what they're looking for. I appreciate this is probably the last ads you were running and you might have included employment law in some of the others, but if you had an employment law group, the ad would be able to refer only to employment law. Same for contract law. So having very small groups is the biggest change. You can see you had a good reasonable click-through rate, so you normally work your best performing ad and try and improve it, and the click-through rate could get as high as between 5 to 10% and even more for very targeted groups. So if you were targeting the keywords we were interested in of business contract solicitors, and if I typed into Google business contract solicitors, if your ad appeared at the top here and the headline was business contract solicitors, as it would be if the advert was targeted, you're much more likely to get a click on it. It will improve your click-through rate, because for every 100 times it's shown, 10 people will click through. That brings your overall campaign performance cost down as well, and you'll start to attract some very targeted people. If we actually look in your campaign and look at the keywords that did generate clicks for you, which you do by clicking on keywords and see all, what you can see is that some of the terms, Rahman Solicitors Bedford, I've just excluded that for you, so that because you spent £8 on that search term, which is obviously for a different firm, so there's no point in you appearing for that. That's not going to help you, but it's cost you money. So to get rid of keywords that aren't what you're looking for, you can, for instance, Noble Solicitors Bedford, you select it and put add as a negative keyword, and then it stops your ad showing whenever someone's looking for that specific firm of solicitors. Now if we had smaller groups for contract law solicitors, and we know that there's definitely search terms out there, as I've shown you there. So if you had one for business contract solicitors, one for contract law solicitors, a separate ad group for employment solicitors, then you'd start to get much better click-through rates. You get more of the targeted people you're looking for to your website, and when they land on that site and they see the strong call to action and the subheadings you've got on this page, which is good because we didn't see those earlier when we were looking together, it's much more likely that they're going to get in touch with you. So if you can roll out those changes to your other pages so that you don't leave clients hanging at the end of a page, you make sure they understand it's very easy to get in touch with you, then you will definitely get a much better performance from your campaign, and I'm sure you can make it work and generate a number of new high quality instructions for your firm.